All right, good morning, good afternoon, wherever you're from. J-Ro here, host, Big Hair Hits, every Monday, 8 to 10 p.m. AlleghenyMountainRadio.org with a board game review. Survive, Escape from Atlantis, the 30th anniversary edition. What that means is this game is 30 years old, and it was produced by one of the big companies back in the day. I believe it was like Parker Brothers or, one of those. And been long out of print, but it has come back in the last couple of years, and it's a very fun game. And let's see what we have. Now, it comes with a game board, a bunch of these tiles right here of 3 different types: sand, forest, and mountains, and we'll go over the difference between those. You got 1 die, and we'll tell you what that does. And you got a bunch of boat tokens, people tokens, and creature tokens. You have sea monsters. You also have sharks, which are represented by dorsal fin, and whales. Very good. Now, here's the goal of the game. You have to get your people off this island onto one of these 4 corners here to safety. Now, the way I'm going to explain this game during the review are solo rules, because I don't have anybody to play with, and solo is just as fun, and you'll see what I'm talking about here. Now, the moves go like this: a turn. The player goes first, and he can move his people or his boats, even an empty boat, 3 spaces, 3 sea spaces. That's what these are: the land and the sea. Each shape is a space. So, like we said, our goal is to get off this island. So guess what? Here's a boat. I'm going to jump on this boat. Now, I can choose to jump in the water, but once you leave the island, whether it's in a boat, in the water, whatever, you cannot come back to the island. You can only swim around or travel around in a boat. So whether or not you choose to go straight there is fine, but the risk versus reward, see, there's a sea monster right there. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to pick this guy. So there's 1 move, 1, 2, and for my 3rd move, I'm just going to move the boat. Boom, there it is. Now, the second part of the turn is to pick one of these tiles and turn it over. Like take it away, and then you turn it over. Now, the rules state that you have to start with the sand first, and then once all the sand ones are gone, then you start with the forest, and then with the stone. Now, for this example, I'll just pick 1 sand up, and they have to be around the edges at first, and then once you run out of the ones in the edges, and you grab from the middle. So let's see what happens if we flip this guy over. Boom. There's a whale. So what that means is it's green. Green means you play it immediately. So this, you discard that, and you put a whale in its place. Now, once you do whatever the tile says and you remove it, then you roll this die. This activates any monsters that might be on the board at this time. So let's roll. Boom, a shark. There are no sharks, so nothing happens. And then now we just start again. Now we decide which people to move. Tell you what, seeing I'm pretty close to the edge here of safety, I'm just going to go 1, 2, and on my 3rd move, I have 1 more move, so I'm going to get that guy out of there. Boom. Now we grab another sand tile. Now, once you start to run out of these, for example, boom, boom, start to run out, the game is going. Unless you start using up your moves to move your guys, let's pretend these sand ones aren't here, and this is the last one, just for laughs. That means you got to take this tile out. He now becomes a swimmer. He's in the water. He's in trouble. And let's flip it over, see what it is. Okay. That is a dolphin. That helps us. A dolphin with a 3. That means on your next turn, you can move any swimmer 3 spaces. So let's pretend, let's just finish this round here. Boom. I just like to keep that to the side. And now we activate a monster, a whale. Now, referring to our solo rules, I'm going to move that whale, but this is how I'm going to move them. Right here. Whales. his first priority are empty boats. Second priority are boats with people on it. So let's find an empty boat. And whales, as it dictates reminds you on the side of the board, he can move 3 spaces. Sharks 2, sea serpents only 1. However, whales can only destroy boats, doesn't hurt people. Sharks can only hurt people, swimmers who are in the water, and sea serpents can hurt people and boats all at the same time if need be. So let's move this guy 3. 1, 2, 3. Just take the shortest path to his goal, which is right there. Now, let us just kind of skip ahead. Let's pretend all these sand ones are gone, and now we're working on forest. So we move our guys, let's say, over here, 1. Now to free up this port, maybe I'll just back up. 2, and then here's a swimmer, so I want to get him in the boat to safety. 3, now he has to move. He doesn't use one move to get on the boat. He has to be in the water, and then on his next move, he gets on there. So I used up my moves. Let's pretend all the sand is gone, and we're doing forest. Aha, check that out. That helped us, a boat. So you discard that, grab yourself another boat. Remember where it went, I think it was right there. And there you go. So now we're getting there, let's pretend we did another cycle, and let's pretend some sharks were exposed. Let's find a shark. Alright. Let's find one. Let's just find a shark. That's a boat. That's another dolphin. I'm trying to find a shark here. Nope. There's another whale. Fine. Alright, let's pretend we flipped one over. And there's a shark. So there's a shark right there. Let's pretend we flipped this one over. There was one there. And now there's a shark. So now the shark's goal, once he's activated using the dice, is swimmers only. That's all he can do. So let's pretend we went through a whole turn. And let's roll. Nope. Sea monster. So the sea monster is activated. And his goal is, first priority is boats with people. So do we have any boats with people? We do not. So the second priority are swimmers. Do we have any swimmers? We have 1. So I just grabbed the closest sea monster, which is right here. He can only move 1 space. Boom. Oh, he fell over. So he's trying to get that swimmer right there. So and now, let's pretend we I moved, I picked a tile. Now it's the dice's turn here, and we rolled a shark. Alright, so his priority, he can move 2. His priority are swimmers. 1, 2. He got him. Boom. He's dead and gone. So there it is. And we remove another tile. Fine. See, there's a shark right there. So as I reveal these tiles, you just put what it says right there. And I think it was right there. Whatever. And you just got to get your people to the end. And once all the forest is gone, then you start hitting the rocks. And there's one, a whirlpool. What a whirlpool does is it destroys anything that's in the water touching it. So let's pretend that guy was there, that guy was swimming, and that boat was right there. Well, that whirlpool is going to wipe all that out. Go away. Bam. Land is safe. So that is gone, and you remove that. Fine. Eventually, seeing that the stone is last, you will find, there's another shark, so you would put a shark fin there. Fine. If you remove this, he becomes a swimmer. Whirlpool. That means he dies. Anything surrounding it. Nope, that's not it. I'm looking for a volcano piece. There it is, volcano. That signals the end of the game. So any people that are on the island or in the water are dead and gone. So you just count up how many people you have safe. Well, I only have 2, but this is an example. I played last night, got 21 people out of 40. I used all the game pieces. There are 40 tiles. Put 1 person on all 40 pieces, and I had them share pieces if they needed to as I was removing tiles. Jumped on boats, boom, boom, boom. You can move empty boats around to come back to pick you up. and I was able to save 21 people out of 40. So I think that's okay. I don't know. But there's one more thing that we do here. This helps you, of course, during your 3-move turn. You can add this to it. You can move a boat, whether it's empty or full, 3 extra spaces. So you can move your 3 dudes and then move your boat 3. So that's pretty cool. Dolphins help swimmers. So if you're in the water and you feel like using this piece, you can move 3, 1, 2, 3, and then drop this piece down, use it, and move 3 more to get closer to safety or away from danger. And there's one other dealio I want to show you guys. If any of these pop up, this is for a multiplayer game. It's like a defensive token, but what I use this for in solo play is it's just a shark that can move 3 spaces. If you get one and you just find a shark, just like if the die, see, there's another one. Shark can move 3 spaces. Whatever creature shows up on it, just move it. Sea monster, 3 spaces. Again, that's just for the solo. And then that creature moves, but then you still have to attempt to activate another creature by rolling it. And then the player goes, then you pick a tile, then you activate, and all that. Pretty awesome game, I think. So again, if you plan on getting it, it was $40 retail. I got it on sale because I had my employee discount card, educator discount card at Barnes & Nobles. Here's an overview of the solo rules. Sea Serpent, bombs, boats with people, he goes for first, then swimmers, then empty boats. Whales, they go for empty boats and boats with people. Sharks are swimmers only. And those move anywhere tokens, or the defense tokens that I showed you, the creatures move 3 spaces. And then you can just keep track of a high score. The components are really nice hard plastic. The cardboard pieces are really nice. You don't have to punch anything out. It's all ready to go in the box. There's no prep work. Everything fits in the box nicely. So what I like to do is, as I'm discarding my things, I just put them in there. That way you don't have to shuffle them when you play again. They're all just kind of already mixed up. Everything fits in there very nice. Sandwich bags, whatever, but still the variety of scoring is still good. I like to play how many people make it to the island, but you can also get a point value underneath the people. So if you're playing multiplayer, don't be afraid that if you only got 4 people across and your friend got 7, you can still win because your point values might be higher. And you can't peek at the point values once you place your people down. And let's see, solo rules again are available, and rule book is easy to understand, and it's very light on the rules, but it's heavy on strategy, especially when you get all 40 players on all 40 tiles. It gets hectic and it's really fun. And that's it. So I see no minuses in this game. The only minus I have is I don't have anybody to play against, but solo rules work. So that's it. Survive. Highly recommended. All right, that's it. Peace out, Cub Scout. AlleghenyMountainRadio.org. Big Hair hits every Monday, 8 p.m. Peace.